No entering the med center until you're clean.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears, there's nothing to worry about.
Very reassuring.
You're not supposed to be here.
Lieta? You're tough to track down.
How do you know my name? What do you want?
Rorik was worried about you. He sent me to give you this cryo bracelet.
I don't want it. Take it away. I want nothing to do with Rorik. With any of you.
I'm guessing that's because of what happened on Eladin.
You know what happened?
Not everything, but I have an idea.
I was dumped by scavengers. Outsiders who left me for dead. I thought I could come to Aya and feel safe with my people. Forget what happened. And now you're here. Seems like no matter where I go, I can't escape outsiders. All of you need to just go away and leave me alone.
You were jumped by scavengers?
On Eladin. They said they had salvage to sell. I was stupid enough to follow them. Once we were alone, they attacked. Left me for dead. Took my ship and flew off-world.
How did you get back?
I walked. 3 hours on the dunes with a few broken ribs. Rode back to Kadara with another salvager.
I thought Aya wouldn't take anyone from Kadara.
They don't. I told them what happened and they welcomed me. Ephra took me in. He says I'm a fighter. Resistance material. I spent so long wanting more than what Angara worlds could give me. I was wrong.
You can't lose faith. Some of those outsiders care about you.
Like who?
Rorik, for one. He sent me to find you, didn't he?
You went to a lot of trouble for someone you didn't know. Why?
Lots of us are trying to bring some good to Helios. Like Rorik. Like me.
Rorik. I should have known he'd be worried about me. Can I see that bracelet again? He actually made it.
He said you can use it to visit him again.
It'll take me some time, but I think I can do that. I know Rorik. He'd blame himself if he knew what happened. It would be better if he didn't know the truth. It's your choice, but think about it.
I assume you're the human everyone's buzzing about. If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know enough about human physiology to be much help. Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
Is there something special about the beds here?
They're filled with a negatively charged ion gel. The gel works with our natural electricity to speed recovery.
Think it'd work on other species?
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
If Jarl takes a hit on my watch, my doctor needs to know how to treat him. Can you point me to resources she can use to learn your methods?
So you're considering all possibilities. Jarl is in good hands. I have medical journals on treating Angaran injuries and preventing complications. You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
I'll get moving.
Ishari.
I expect you to take good care of Jarl out there.
I will. I'm sure he'll return the favor.
Don't worry about him. You saved the Moshai. That earned his loyalty. Still wrapping my head around what you found at the Ket facility. That exaltation.
The more we understand the Ket, the easier it'll be to hurt them.
The more I know, the more I want to hurt them. What do you need?
You've been fighting Ket a long time. Any advice?
Your war's different from ours.
It's still a war, and we're not prepared for it.
Wouldn't matter if you were. The Ket aren't a conventional enemy.
Any idea where they came from? A homeworld somewhere?
Each of our colonies heard a different story. I doubt any were true. They came from far away. That's all we know.
Ever tried following a Ket ship to see where it goes?
Of course we did. Wherever home is, they don't visit.
Do the Ket have a favorite strategy? Something we can exploit?
They switch tactics constantly, almost capricious about it. Makes them unpredictable.
They must have some weakness.
They're vulnerable to brute force. That's enough.
The Ket aren't mindless monsters. They must care about something.
Slaves, resources, power. Same as any conqueror.
You didn't see the exaltation process. They treat it like religion.
They convert us against our will. That's not religion, it's genocide. Every culture has its purpose. Theirs is to take whatever they want.
There's no official Angaran military? Just the Resistance?
Lost our fleets and armies decades ago. Ket mostly. The rest fell to internal strife. We kept fighting, but our civilians were disorganized, poorly supplied, leaderless. Decades of aimless defiance got us nowhere. I had to make the Resistance real.
How is the Resistance organized?
Loosely, we operate in cells. Independent strike teams have better odds. If the Ket capture a cell, it doesn't compromise the rest.
How did you wind up in charge?
Nothing to lose. My family was rounded up into a Ket slave camp. Last contact I had with any of them was 10 years ago.
They could still be alive.
Didn't figure you for an optimist.
What success have you had against the Ket?
Enemy casualties are up 600% in 3 years. But that's just a number. Every time we destroy a facility, take out a warship, we give our people hope.
And you're not fighting alone anymore.
We'll see.
I've seen armed people in uniform. They're not Resistance?
Aya police, purely ornamental, gives us the appearance of civilization.
You don't think they're necessary?
If things go bad, the Resistance will handle it.
That's up to the governor, isn't it? What do you think of your governor?
She governs Aya, not the Resistance.
Way to avoid the question. Is there history between you?
I can always count on Paran to offer a spirited argument.
You respect her?
She holds her own. Not many do.
What's your story, Ephra?
You're not getting my personnel file.
I'd just like to know who I'm working with.
You want to know what it's like being me? I wake up every morning to fight a war. I send people to kill and die. If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than Resistance when I go to sleep.
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
I hope the initiative is making a good impression.
The initiative. Sounds so unthreatening, like a city planner meeting.
That's kind of what it's meant to be.
City planners don't walk around in battle armor with rifles on their shoulder.
Depends on the city. My point is, we traveled through dark space to build something here.
That's what invaders always say. At first.
We're not invaders.
Of course.
I'll let you get back to it.
Good.
Moved in Veyon to replace them? No, 69 is too unstable. They'll be out of food in 2 days. Out of ammo in 3. They have to fall back.
Sounds like you've got trouble.
Too many Ket, not enough Resistance. Have a team that's been in the field for 6 months without resupply. They won't come in. Say they're close to taking down a Kent outpost, but I don't know.
If they could do it alone, they would have by now. Send reinforcements.
Hitting the enemy in one place leaves us vulnerable elsewhere. But you're right. This is the hardest part of my job. Thank you for the advice, Pathfinder.
Liam asked if you could come by. We're on course.
Pathfinder, this site could support an initiative outpost. Life support systems
I don't
offline.
think we'll last much longer in this.
Ryder, I've analyzed the scans you sent me. I found something odd. Each scavenger's neurons were firing at an abnormal rhythm.
What does that mean?
It's only a theory, but I think some people are more susceptible to complications that can happen during the cryo process. Their neural paths were altered in cryosleep. It's not curable, but I've developed a serum that should subdue the symptoms. I left it at the Paradise. When you pick it up, I'll tell you what to do. Not a scavenger, Ryder.
You've survived the gang leaders and the worm so far. I'm impressed.
Take it easy.
Always do.
Pathfinder.
I should get going.
Careful out there.
As expected, it's locked.
A scan should tell you how best to proceed, Pathfinder.
Data inconclusive. Find a different one.
Yeah? You mess me up, you're never seeing those star charts again.
What? I have my star charts right here. I'm gonna peel your skin off and feed it to you.
Got the code for the office door.
Find what we need before someone comes by.
An underground lake. That's where she's getting her water. Got the nav point. Let's get out of here.
Heat levels increasing.
We're getting close to the Krogan colony.
I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. The ambient temperature is normal. Life support is back online.
Heads up. Looks like a scavenger dump site.
Looks like outlaws.
How did a scan not pick this up?
Huh. I wonder what the Remnant Builders' plans were.
I'm disappointed, Pathfinder. I thought you were someone I could trust. I welcomed you into my home, and you repay my kindness by robbing me.
Hey, I didn't take anything. Left every single drop of water where I found it. Count them if you like.
Very glib. Do you know why I do this? My brother tried to help your people when they first came here. He showed them where to find shelter, allowed them to take freely from our water tanks. He was killed for his trouble. I won't be as foolish as Asgar.
That's awful. You have my sympathy.
I've no use for sympathy. You can keep it. These scavengers respect no one. Not me, not you. But they do respect the planet. As long as they need me to survive, they live by my rules.
You want me to forget everything I've seen?
Exactly. You say nothing. You allow me to protect myself and my home how I want.
How long have you known about this water?
Asgar and I found it years ago. On a mining expedition, the Remnant nearly killed us. I knew, even then, that I wanted to keep it a secret. It gave us an advantage. It took time to convince Asgar, but he came around eventually. I made him promise.
You expect me to do this just because you asked nicely?
Your Nexus needs resources to survive. Eladin is rich in those. What I gather, I will share, just so long as Eladin remains mine.
You have a deal. I'll say nothing about what I found here.
You've made the right choice. In return, I'll share the resources I gather with you. I'll leave whatever I can spare in my office. Think of it as a tithe. You haven't said anything to anyone, I hope. Don't forget to check the office if you haven't already. Left something in there for you.
What else is here?
I'm a businesswoman, not a tour guide, but I'll tell you what I know if it suits me.
You get along with the Krogan?
Everyone comes to Eladin with the dream of leaving, except me and the Krogan. They built their colony into a sinkhole. Smart. Keeps it cool enough for them, I guess.
They have their own water?
Unfortunately for them, no. But Mordor and I get along well, so far.
Who lives on this planet?
Desperate folks, mostly. Misfits, some. Those that can't get along in the regular world. Or people willing to make a profit off that desperation.
Like you?
Careful, sweetheart. You want to keep me on your good side. There's a place they call the Flop House, eastish of here. Den of murder and misery. You should pay it a call.
What can you tell me about that derelict ship?
Ah, you came here to get killed, did ya? Scavengers are trying to pull it apart, is all I know. I don't go near their claims. They shoot on sight.
You hinted at your story when we last talked. Your brother, the lake. I'd like to know more.
Feels like so long ago. We were just exploring, looking for places, scrap minerals, anything. Asgard provoked a pod of remnant, and we figured they had to be guarding something. That's how we found the lake. It allowed us to make Eladin our refuge.
And then the Nexus Exiles came along.
Asgard felt sorry for them. They were so far from home. Most were fine, but one man wanted to know where the water was. He captured Asgard, forced him to tell, then killed him. I avenged my brother, but I learned I couldn't trust outsiders.
Do you think you can keep this up forever? They'll find the water eventually.
I don't know. I'll take each day as it comes. Perhaps with your help, I can keep these exiles from destroying Eladin.
I'll look around.